For more on this visit, we bring in AJ Bruno. He is a political strategist and former PR consultant to Poland. Good morning, AJ. It's good to see you this morning. So, like we just heard, President Biden will host
Good morning, Ellen.
both the Polish president and prime minister. So, tell me more about the significance of this visit and what kind of message do the Polish leaders bring with them?
Well, it's an important visit. I mean, Poland obviously supports Ukraine. It's been one of its biggest supporters since the beginning. And Ukraine's been interested in joining NATO since 2008, I believe now. It's in their constitution. It's a goal of theirs, a stated goal of theirs. The fact that this discussion is even happening, whether it happens now or not, is significant because if Ukraine is part of NATO, that brings in all sorts of treaty obligations. Of course, like you mentioned, they can't become part of the alliance if there's a conflict going on now. But I think maybe the conversation is changing here because it's been over 2 years of this full-scale invasion. And I think a lot of countries are growing tired of it. So the question is, what can be done now to stop Russia's aggression? And, can Ukraine be led into NATO or some sort of status like that? It depends on a lot of conditions. But the fact that this conversation is even happening at this level, I think, is significant.
Right. And the meeting also follows Sweden being welcomed into NATO, and the organization's now just starting the largest military exercises since the Cold War. Do you think this is exacerbating tensions with Russia?
Well, if Russia wanted tensions to be cooler, they shouldn't have done this to begin with. I don't know what their goal was to start with. Did they think that Finland and Sweden were not going to want to join NATO? Did they think that tensions would not be heightened even more? I think it was just a bad miscalculation by Putin. And no, I mean, look where we are right now. This invasion has caused hundreds of thousands of unneeded deaths, all sorts of war crimes. Untold hundreds of billions of dollars in damage. Tensions are already high. And, at least in my view here, something's got to be done to stop this. We can't have a situation where we're saying, okay, we give up, Russia can have Ukraine. That's not acceptable. I don't think enough has been done so far. And it's time that something changes with this conversation here to tell Putin, you can't do this. You're not going to get away with this. And we need to provide more support, whatever that support might be.
Right. And let's go back really quick to Ukraine's accession to NATO, possible accession. So how much consensus do you think there is about this issue with NATO members, especially also after Putin's annual address where he just threatened using nuclear weapons?
Yeah, the fact that he's even threatening that is obviously dangerous. But look, I mean, this is a schoolyard bully who's using these sorts of threats to try to get what he wants. I don't think he can use nuclear weapons. If he does, the world is over and nobody wins. So obviously it's a threat to try to make that happen. I just saw the other day plans that would happen if they use a nuke, God forbid, in Ukraine, that the conventional response from NATO would be so overwhelming that it would wipe out whatever Russia's military potential is. So I don't think they can do that. But look, China obviously has nuclear weapons too. But if we basically give in on Ukraine, it gives them carte blanche to take Taiwan. It opens up the world to all sorts of threats. I don't think we've done enough so far, and we have to do more to push Russia out of Ukraine. There has not been enough support so far. We've acted too slow on a lot of these weapon systems and a lot of this aid that had been going there in the past. So the question is, do we want to actually stop them, or do we want to drag this out? I think we need to be in it to win it. I don't think we've been doing that so far, and that has to change now.
Understood. And just quickly, the bottom line, how do you think Russia will be interpreting this meeting? What kind of message will this send to Russia?
Well, I don't think Putin's going to be happy about it, and that's no surprise. But it needs to send a strong message. I don't think they're taking it seriously in terms of our long-term efforts to help Ukraine. He thinks that he can amp up their military production. He can wait out, and people will grow complacent and stop supporting the efforts to kick them out of Ukraine. And in some ways, it looks like he's been right in terms of the way some people have changed their attitudes towards this. But that's not universal, and I think there's a lot who are still in Ukraine's corner. Obviously, Poland is one of those countries that's always stood by them. So we got to make sure that he gets the message that he's not going to get away with this. That more is going to be done, not less. And I think when you have a bully like this, who just keeps trying to get his way, you can't back down.
Right.
So I hope it sends an aggressive message, and that's exactly what we need if this is going to go the right way.
Got it. Thanks for breaking that down, AJ Bruna. Appreciate your time this morning.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.